president and also the founder of that chapter at that campus.
Right.
In addition to that, I was the president of our honor society there, which is Phi Theta Kappa. And then I was also vice president of our student government while I was there for the 2 years. So, I got a little bit of experience.
You got a
just
track
little bit.
record, man. Got a
Try.
good track.
So since you came to St. Thomas, what have you seen on our campus that's different, or things that you'd see to change?
I think the biggest thing is just advertising. I figured that I think it's a bit limited compared to our campus, but I think that's one of the things that you have to take over. As different marketing strategies and trying to get the word out there, because it's just like anything else. If it's a CD, if it's a movie, if it's something positive or negative, the biggest thing to move something is advertisement.
For
and
sure.
most of the time it's word of mouth. So if you know about it, he knows about it, and we all get it out there, then it there's a positive image out there, and everybody's
So it goes back to the individual still.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And really, I mean, if the individuals take the effort, you're gonna see a change.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's
so-
individual acts that move things.
Right.
Individual acts. It's just not going to be one person on this campus that's going to make any organization blow up.
For sure.
Not at all.
So people out there, listen to Mr. Leija over here. It's you that makes the change.
So Senator Leija, are there any issues right now that's going on with SGA that maybe the people need to know about, since it is a secret society and all?
I wouldn't consider it a secret society. I think that it should be a lot more inclusive and more open.
Okay.
I think we should have more individuals there, be able to publicize it, and maybe have incentives for other students to attend. But secret society, most definitely it
Well,
is.
April 24th is the flood out. It's gonna be Spike D and Shoheezy show, basically going to the meeting. We're gonna take our camera there. We're gonna do everything, and we're gonna try to bring our entourage. We're gonna try to bring 20 to 30 people with us into the meeting, just to see how they react to it.
Yeah.
See what they'll do when we do bring in students. Show them that we can bring in students to the meeting, and see what they're gonna do when they run out of food.
I think that's powerful because, once again, it's individual acts. You guys are taking this by the reins, and you guys are gonna step up and make a difference. You don't have to be in student government or in any organization to rep your school or rep an organization or make change
Real talk.
on campus.
Real talk.
I mean, T and I spoke about this, and then you don't have to be part of the organization. You don't have to have a title to make change.
That's right.
So individual acts, and once those individual acts are followed by other people because they respect them and because they believe that it is a good movement, then things are gonna work. Things are gonna work. You got to work together.
What do you think about the commuter misrepresentation at the school?
I mean, 70% of the student body here is commuter. How do you feel as far as representation for the? I'm a commuter.
So am I.
So how do you feel?
And to
So
me,
am I.
to me, it seems like SGA is just basically residence life.
Really?
Sorry to say that, but that's how I feel.
Well, I mean, I haven't looked into that in very detail, but I know for sure that with those statistics and those numbers, 70%, that's a huge number.
Oh yeah.
And overall, if you look across the board, then you have to look at, do those numbers actually mirror them or they're opposite? So is our board 70% commuters or isn't it? So then that's a statistic that we need to look
Based
at.
on our experience, it isn't. And that's the thing is, we've even talked about should there be commuter senators instead of having it where it's just divided by
Seniors.
By seniors, sophomores,
Or
juniors,
should there has been talk about should it be department senators instead? Like if they're by majors. There's all kinds of stuff that has been talked, because I'm guessing when there's things being talked like this, it's time for a change.
Right.
It's not going right, and there's gonna be a new implementation, something new going on.
Is this a caller?
Yeah, no, just pick it up and hang up.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing they're gonna change and somehow. I mean, what do you think we should do exactly?
It wouldn't come down to an individual like me. I can have my opinion, but it's going to be the voice of the student body.
No, I understand. What is your opinion though?
My opinion is that you have to have mirrored representation. So if you do have 70%, then you want to try to mirror that on your board, because then you were representing the majority, which is the 70%.
Right.
Then of course you want to come across the board and have that representation for those individuals.
And what do you think about the majors? I know that was a big thing we talked about before. A lot of the people up there are liberal arts majors, and maybe some people felt like the science majors, they're not represented in the student government or in the school just because they're secluded doing their schoolwork and this and that.
Right,
A lot, and I think you probably see that a lot of in the meeting, a lot of the majors are probably theology, philosophy majors, liberal arts majors. What do you think of that?
Well, once again, then, just because they have probably more detailed restraints because of their studies, we need to get somebody out there. We need to have somebody represent them. Even if they don't send a representative from, let's just say, the science department or maybe the math department or something like that, we could always have someone represent them and then go back.
I see. The other concern about that I had another question for you. I'll get back to you. You got anything else?
Okay, yeah. Basically, we understand that when you came in office, at the first meeting, there were some things that were going on. Could you give us a little bit of detail about that for those that were not able to make it to the meeting?
Well, to the first meeting, the actual first meeting, it was just more of a taking the oath as senators and representation. I think maybe you're talking about the second meeting that we had.
Okay.
It's possibly the second meeting. In the second meeting, we just had some representatives come in that are looking to run for positions for justice.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And when these individuals came in, there's only 6 positions available, and the current Chief Justice brought these individuals in.
Now, give them a little detail out there that those that are not, politically savvy about what's going on. What is the Chief Justice's job? What do they, just a little bit.
Their overall responsibility is almost like making sure that everything's balanced.
Okay.
It's almost like a check and balance that we have in our government here in Texas.
Like the judicial branch.
Exactly.
Okay.
So overall, there's almost like a check and balances to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Okay.
And that it's an equal plane, that everybody's receiving an equal plane.
Okay.
So the Chief Justice is overall responsible in overlooking these things.
Right.
Okay. So would that mean he's the most powerful person?
I wouldn't say most powerful. But once again, it's a check and balances type system, which is really good. You want to have a balance and try to have an even playing for anyone that's coming in for requesting money or for anyone that's looking to run or anything like that. So so overall, these individuals came in. There's 6 positions available. Well, the people that came in, there were 6 of them.
Okay.
Well. What started running around what started coming across the table from different senators and people at the board were saying that we need to extend it at least another week in order to allow more candidates.
Okay.
And they started debating about certain individuals having prior positions on SGA and that they believed that it would be a bit biased or partisan, to having them, run for part of the justice.
Well, my question is, if you're worried about experience, when you ran for your particular office, did you have prior experience? At this campus?
At this campus, of course not. At this campus, of course not. So, and there were several individuals. And my view is that if these people have a good intention in mind to come here and actually run for a position, it seems like they have the good intention in mind, and we should have a bit of the responsibility in ensuring that we educate these people.
Right, real talk.
Because there's not anyone on this campus that's going to know let's just say the Constitution of the student government front and back 100%.
No.
Maybe someone will know maybe 75% or 60%. Right. But not anyone's going to know that thing verbatim or is going to know it 100%.
Some people try. But
will try, but success.
No.
It's a different.
Not at all.
So
what was your
Well, my question was back to the meetings. Right now, I know y'all only had your second meeting, and that's when I was bringing out like the issues that are going on campus right now that we're not familiar with. I see y'all did that, looking for Chief Justice and everything. Other than that.